Yo, yo, yo. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check, check. Nice. We are here. I think so. Yeah, we're here. Anyways, we're here or not, I'm gonna hit the intro. Here we go.
Are you ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom!
Okay. Sorry. I was supposed to, yeah. I was supposed to already be in, like, here all set up. So give me a break. Let me put these icons over here. And we should be good to go. We should be good to go. Where's the chat box right here? Well, I'll put the chat box right here. Guess popping a message every once in a while. All right, let me go ahead and do the intro. What the hell is this? There you go. Boom, indeed, boom. All right. We have video here. Yep. There you go. Now we're here. Sorry, technical difficulties. In the top of the show. All right, I got my drinks in here. I gotta set myself up. Light up a cigarette. I got a squeaky earth. I got a shout outs. And I got to ramble a little bit. See if anybody wants to join and talk to us. In this Friday festivities, this is the end of the year. This is the predictions show and resolutions. It's gonna be a short one, about an hour show. So I encourage people to come in and join. Sean Smith, Humongous, Fondel, Broom Fondel, Carl Christopherson and Martin. Very good. We're gonna do the squeaky earth in a moment. My stomach. I woke up with my stomach. It's all messed up, man. I wasn't even gonna do a show. I said, you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be the last of the 2021. Let's finish it up with a boom. Neil Cosentino. What's up, Neil? Yeah, I haven't been on for a few days. I feel like all beat up, man. I need a 5-star shower. I need to clean myself up for later today. Right now, it is 12:47 in December 31st, 2021. It's almost over. Let me do the squeaky earth. Let's do the squeaky earth. Headphones warning. Oh yeah. Oh no. The troll. The troll is sick. The troll is sick. It's not gonna last too long. It's got all kinds of fungus and shit like that. Neil will join, but he don't like me. All right. Neil, uh, talk to me, man. Join and talk to me for a few minutes. Talk about our predictions, resolutions for the new year. Just some good stuff. Now, we are on Discord. I don't know if you do Discord, but if you don't, I can pop up in a Google Meets. I always got one in standby over here on Google Meets. Google Meets is free and easy. I mean, easy. I'm actually paying for the Google Meets. I got the good package of Google Meets. I've been doing it for 2.5, for over 2 years now. Google Meets. So I got one in standby. If anybody want to join and they say like I don't do Discord, we can pop up in Google Meets and just give you the floor for a few minutes if you want to maybe talk to the audience. It's kind of a youth time. I just give you guys the floor, for a few minutes if you want to give a message. There you go. All right, I'm finishing the setting setup. This is very raw, very abstract. What I'm doing here is not the production quality is all over the place, but it's okay because we good. You're in the middle of something. It's all good, man. Enjoy. Happy New Year to you, man. Enjoy time viewers, with viewers, your family, friends, associates, whatever. Just enjoy your own time, man. Boom, boom, outside New Year, says John Hansen. What's up? Triple Croquet, I see you, man. Did I tell you guys to hit the like? That's kind of a given, right? Easy. Dude, with super chat is no good. There's no super chat in this channel. This is a baby channel with under 500 subscribers. And some people are maybe a little afraid to send PayPal because they kind of need to put their information there. But you can ask anybody that have supported me via PayPal. That's very confidential. I don't mess with nobody's personal issues. That is very strong, high on the community guidelines on YouTube. Not to give any personal information when permission is not given, and everybody that helps, all the information is confidential and anonymous. So we are in the Discord server, the Daily Boom. If anybody want to come in, I just came in to hang out with you guys for a bit. I'll pull an Arwin today, and I'll read a few comments or whatever. In the meanwhile, have a cigarette here, slurp to a drink. Actually, I gotta get my drink ready. Do a few slurpings for you over here, a la Arwin. A lot of people have a misconception because my channel was kind of a thing, my main channel was a thing, and a lot of people joined the channel. A lot of characters came and went, and a lot of people always insist and say that this is a Glober's channel, a Baller's channel, a non-flattered, an anti-flattered channel. It's not. This channel I don't categorize as a Glober's or Baller's channels or debunkers. None of that. I don't. Me personally wish I am the owner, the administrator, the president, the CEO of this channel right here, or this has a JG Boom. I don't, I don't associate with anybody as for their style or approaches on doing these YouTube shows and stuff like that. Uh, it was working beautiful. In my previous channel, it was good, big audience, a lot of personalities. Now it's smaller, so we'll start to grow again. But this channel is just a place for people who enjoy the topic, because I came here via the flat earth. Came to YouTube. Even though my channel was old, my channel was from 2007. bruh. And I uploaded one old YouTube video in 2007. Me and my brother doing a little test. I uploaded like in 2010 a few videos of me working on a dog track. I used to work on a dog track, and I uploaded a few clips that I had there. And then I always did YouTube as for watching, following people and watching, right, their videos. Then Flat Earth came in, and I came to the Flat Earth, right? I uploaded my first Flat Earth video, and then I found live streams, which I didn't know that a YouTube live stream that was live interactions like this, like a live chat box. That was mind blowing. I mean, I'm that dumb. I didn't know that YouTube Live was a thing. Slice Parkin says I keep my hair short to keep the curvature visible. Yeah, man. I gotta shave. I gotta get a haircut later today, man. I look like shit today. So after the show, I'm gonna get rid of all my hair and take a 5-star shower. Maybe shave the beard, or maybe keep it growing. I'll trim it down. Keep it sharp. Nice. So this place is just for people who enjoy the topic. When I talk about this type of random shit, I don't call it conspiracies. It's kind of a stamp that was that's put into a lot of people. When somebody mentioned flat Earth, people want to say conspiracy theory. Those the mainstream people, right? I mean, hold on. I was a little tangle there. Mainstream side categorize flat Earth with conspiracy, which I mean, were they wrong or not? Maybe, but there is a lot. I think the majority of the people that are into conspiracies are not necessarily flat earthers. So that's why I don't want to put that stamp and categorize everybody as like the topic of flat earth as conspiracy theory, because it's not necessarily, it's just a thing. Flat earth is just a thing, right? Now there's some conspiracies, like the moon landing conspiracies. I call that a conspiracy. I don't want to mention a lot of events because those are kind of, YouTube keep a very close eye to those. But some of the space, space stuff, I can categorize those as a conspiracy. Farmers was they're at the farmers point. So not a Globers, not a Bowlers channel now are most of the participants most of the time are in the globe side are ballers or debunkers, and they do this make fun of the flat earth, yes, but that is optional. I remember there was a few times that uh, 3 or 4 flat earthers used to join the show before any other glover, any other baller, and we were just to have a lot of fun. We were talking about each other, hanging out and chatting with each other. There was nothing wrong with that. And then the Glovers started coming in, and shit show began. And I tried to keep it in the down low. So I tried to make it a little even. If somebody bring the spirit of they want to have a yelling and shouting match, a dick measuring context, hey, I'll step back and I'll let you guys have it. But if somebody come in, relax in the down low, mellow to talk, I expect the other ones to approach it that way. Let's say I am here talking and I want to just keep talking like this, and then somebody come in and start yelling at me and swearing at me and insulting me and calling me names. Like, there's no need for that because we are keeping it in the down low, right? Now, if somebody join and they start yelling at like, "Hey, what the fuck, you fucking retard! I wanted to talk to you, you asshole." Well, I, I, the expectation is I'm gonna be treated the same way, It is what it is, man. Shout out to Gary White Benga and Steve Wilson. Did I say what's up, farmer's boy? Yes, I did. All right, guys, you tell me if I need to if anybody that want to join does not do Discord and want to do the Google Meets, you let me know and we'll open the Google Meets. I have it in standby. And there are 17 people watching. Maybe 10 people popped in to say hello. So, who are you? 7 people watching, lurking in the background. Pop in, say hello, and Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Uh, do anybody want to join and share your New Year's resolutions with us? What are you planning to doing on 2022? That something new, something different, or continue doing what you did? Do you have a goal? Do you have a target to reach on 2022? I like anybody to share with me. I haven't thought about it. I didn't think about it. I treat New Year's, this type of festivities like any other day. So I don't have anything specific to ask for resolutions or none of that. But maybe Gotti Boy has some. So farmers,
Hey, Happy New Year. Well, nearly.
Happy New Year to you too, man.
How's it going?
All is good. I haven't been on for a few days. Decided to pop in for like maybe a little bit, about an hour, and got over here. See if somebody come in and tell us about what the new year will bring.
Well, after the year we've just had, I don't think I want to make any predictions. I mean, blimey.
Mm,
Yeah.
really? Don't want to
Yeah,
take any
well-
chance?
Sorry, what's that?
You don't want to take any chance on predictions?
No. Fingers crossed for things like the new space telescope. But it's going to be 6 months before we see anything from that.
So is that the James Webb? Is that the
Yes.
name?
Yes. First, it's got to get to where it's supposed to be going. That's going to take a little while yet. And then there is a planned 6 months of setting everything up and commissioning everything. So much excitement about finally getting into space. And we now got to wait 6 months.
Now, I keep seeing that headline and then not the name, James Webb Telescope, right?
Yep.
So let me see. This is what I know. There's a new big telescope like a cousin of the Hubble or something like that, like modern, like high quality, high definition, and big technology involved in that. As far as I know, they launched that telescope and that's it. It's just going up to where is it going? How? When? Where? What? Or like what's going on with that? Did it get launched and where is it going? Or is it already there?
Yes. No, it's not there yet. Yes, it got launched on Christmas Day.
Right.
It wasn't supposed to be, but they had weather problems in where is it launched? French Guiana. So yes, it got launched on Christmas Day.
Right.
It's going to a point that's known as Lagrange L2, which is approximately 1,000,000 miles away.
Hmm.
It's an orbital place. There are certain points in orbit around the Earth that are called Lagrange points, and it's going to one of them. It's like I say, it's 1,000,000 miles out. It's going to take quite a while.
A million, like 1 million or 8 millions,
Yes,
like eight.
One.
Oh.
It's approximately 1,000,000 miles.
Okay.
So the problem is that if at any point something goes wrong, there's nothing we can do about it. If it's a software issue, fine, they can retransmit software. Mechanically, if something breaks, something doesn't deploy properly, anything at all goes wrong, there's nothing we can do about it because it's too far away.
Now, I got questions.
Hmm.
I say like, all right, I got a small Christmas tree that is going to be launched to space now, and we are excited. I'm going to launch it 3 million miles away. So there goes the Christmas tree. If it blows up, it blows up. If it arrives to the spot, then it arrived. Is that it, the telescope, or is there something else that the telescope will do and is is
Right.
is there a mission for the telescope? What is it gonna do, or it's just a little Christmas tree they're gonna put in a spot and it's gonna just be there?
No, it's basically a very large, very complicated infrared telescope.
Right.
It's not going to be returning the same images that we get from, say, the Hubble Space Telescope. That's not what it's designed to do. But yes, it has to. It all has to unfold. It's got a huge multi-section dish, as it were, that receives the infrared light. It
Right.
also has an even larger heat shield, because what they don't want it to do is to get interference from the sun. Even the launch itself was designed in such a way as it didn't get damaged by the sun.
That's right. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Right.
Yeah.
So it launched, is hauling ass, trying to reach that 1 million miles away point. Now, let's look. It arrived to this point. Whoop! It's just locked into this area where it's going to be hanging out. It
Yes.
launches. It opens. It open the fan. It
Yep.
pop up all the antennas. Now it's all set. Like, all right, well set. Now, then what? What is that going to do? How are we going to get any of that, or what will it do?
Well, that whole boot process and getting it ready will take 6 months. Then it will start, in effect, taking pictures, I suppose, is the easiest way to describe it. But it's going to be looking at deep space, basically. It's trying to look as far as possible, but basically using infrared.
So is there a little remote control, somebody here? Ooh, let me point the telescope over here. Let me point the telescope over there.
I think so. Yes. I mean, they can transmit data to it. They can control it and get to do all sorts of things. But that's all they can do. It's too far out. And I really hope nothing goes wrong. But if something goes wrong, then it's a very expensive lump of junk.
So they're able to control where this is going to point at. Press the shutter button. It's going to take pictures or clips or whatever it is, and then they can receive the data over here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, most of that is they're going to program it to look at certain parts of the sky or what have you, certain areas of space, and it will do what it does automatically, and then transmit the data back to Earth for the scientists to go, oh wow, look at that, or whatever.
All right, shout out to Mike M, Numballs, Bendel Height, Zebulon 181, and Flat Earth Math. Flat Earth Math say the James Webb Space Telescope is actually a transformer. Prove me wrong. Well, I cannot.
It has to go through a lot of complicated unfolding procedures, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why the launch has been delayed, because when they tested it, something went wrong. So I think there's a lot of sort of crossed fingers that everything, the whole thing's going to deploy as it should, and then eventually start working.
Right.
But that's like I say, that's months down the line. There's all the excitement about the launch, and then there won't be anything until, I guess, June or July next year.
All right. Anything earth wise that you're looking for 2022? Down to earth wise?
Nothing. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Obviously, we can't mention the unmentionable that's been such a pain for the last year or two. Hoping we see some improvement on that front, but other than that, no. Just hope things start to pick up and look a bit better.
You had a new job recently, maybe a year ago, right?
I've had several in the last year.
Okay, I remember one time you said like, "Oh, I'm excited. I haven't been able to be here because there was a new job or whatever." How is everything working out for you in your personal, life?
It's been a bit up and down, and I think a lot of that is to do with what's happened. It shut the construction industry down, but yeah, think things are picking up. I think I've got another contract that should be starting next week with any luck. So, yeah, it's things are picking up out there. I think people have realised that, oh, hang on a minute, we've got budgets we've got to allocate for before the end of the financial year. So the next 3 months should see a lot of work picking up, a lot of contracts being handed out. Time will tell.
Happy New Peeps, C4. Shout out to you. Now, in this year, are you planning on meeting up with Brian Mavitt and this time put a camera on a spot, hold hands, and skip as you go away to the horizon? I would love to see that.
Yes, I'm sure.
Farmer's Boy and Brian Mavitt holding hands and skipping along the way as far away as the horizon goes.
Well, I'm sure I will be meeting up with him because hopefully at some point next year we will be doing Rumpus's test.
Mm.
Certainly not at the moment because I did see it. There was a photo posted online today of the area of Welney, and yeah, it looks like a road across a lake. The entire place is flooded.
Right. And that stuff looks flat, right?
Yeah. Well, it is. It's flat. You know. They say I'm not a flat earther. There's hills and mountains. No, not there isn't. That's very,
flat. The Bedford level experiment area. That's flat right there, right?
Yes, that's part of the country that we call the Fens, Fens, the Fens. Now that was historically, swamp, marsh, underwater, and then at some point, helpful fellows like the Dutch came across and helped us drain it. But it's flat. I mean, when I go to Welney and stand on the riverbank, you can see for miles because there's no topography. There aren't any hills, there aren't any mountains. I mean, in that area, the idea of a hill is something that's 20 feet taller. That's classed as a hill. It's just a very flat part of the country.
Wow.
Yeah, and it floods quite easily. We've had a lot of rain over the last few days, so the whole area is flooded.
Right. Flatter Matt, right? Because on this new channel I had to find everybody, all the content creators and all the channels that I used to subscribe, and I used to be subscribed to Flatter Matt, but I don't know. I mean, I lost that. I lost contact, and I was not subscribed, so my bad. Mr. Charles. Charles don't mind that because he used to go by Charles, but out of respect, because we're supposed to call each other by YouTube name Flat Earth Matt. And I see that you came up again a few weeks ago and started putting videos up. So I just resubscribed to Flat Earth Matt.
Oh yes, he had a little interview or whatever yesterday with Spurs, did he not?
I have missed all that. Now that I've been reading the comment section, so I get and now I click on his channel, and yeah, he came back to be active 2 weeks ago, then 10 days ago, 2 days ago, and then yesterday. So I'm gonna catch up with that man later, and I'll holler at you, Flattery Matt. You gave me your email address, and now that I got your channel, I can holler at you in the comment section, like, hey, email me. So we can sit down and have a chat, you and me, Flat Earth Matt, one day. That's good.
Yes, he did. He had a little, as he calls it, the Flat Earth Civil Discourse, episode 19 yesterday with Chemo.
Nice. Civil Discourse.
Yeah.
People, Flat Earth Matt, people keep calling you an agent. This breed of agents and people put in place that are super polite and nice, trying to psychologically get into people's mind. They think you are one of the smartest guys, agent-wise, Flat Earth Matt. Who would have thought Flat Earth Matt was an agent? That's crazy.
Well, we're all agents and shills, and we're all paid to sit here and do this, aren't we? If you listen to some of them.
That is crazy.
Really
Some people
quite-
there saying I was an agent somehow. So what? That's how I thought. As a not much as when I was a flat earther in the flatter side. What as the moment I exited the flat earth and started, doing my little rounds around, quickly I knew it. He's a plant. He's an agent. He's been paid. I said, like, what? Then I realized, like, holy shit. I was kind of from that perspective. When I was a flat earther, I thought people was agents and people paid and working big offices and trolls in the. So like, what the fuck? I'm just a dude. I'm just a regular guy,
Exactly. Like what we all are. We're all just people. We've all got ordinary lives and ordinary jobs and everything else, and we just happen to spend our spare time sitting here arguing with idiots who think the Earth is flat. It's not like I'm getting paid by NASA to go, oh, isn't NASA wonderful? I just
That
happen to
is
be a NASA fanboy.
crazy.
They don't pay me for it. Wish they did.
I really thought for the longest time that there were like people that actually. I thought I was researching like where do I apply for this? Let me see if there any agency that I can Google. It's got to be something that you can find because then how did you get hired to troll and talk to and debunk the flatter online and all that shit? There's nothing that you can find like to work for those people. How, who, where, when? Nobody have any information on that. They just say that there's an agency that pay people to troll flatters online. What?
Yeah, I know. It is. It's a. I mean, well, they have so many bizarre beliefs anyway. I don't suppose that from their point of view, presuming that we're paid to sit here and argue with them is that strange an idea. Which always to the rest of us, it's like, are you joking? Of course we're not paid to do this.
Yeah, ridiculous. We have also debate night in the chat. Debate night. Sean Hawkins, did the channel name caught up? I don't know. I'm not used to it. Debate night after many years of Sean Hawkins, right?
Yeah,
That's me.
it still catches me out sometimes. Looking at that, oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the same with Earth is Life.
Earth is live. Yeah, Beeble.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
it's people. You know.
Yeah, right now I'm waiting. Whenever I reach my 1,000 subscribers and my 4,000 hours views, then I will change my name back to Jose JG. Right now it's the same Jose JG Boom, but I'll take out the boom and I'll leave only Jose JG like I was before.
Yeah.
We got Sean Hawkins here, aka Debate Night.
AKA Mr. Stinky Fingers.
Yep. And Dora Unku is also here. Shout out to Dora Unku. My DNA as a NASA prevents me from ever telling this to you, Jose. Just like farmers and Sean. NDA, I said DNA. NDA prevents it. Non-disclosure agreement, right? My
I
NDA.
couldn't possibly deny or confirm that.
Yeah. I am this agent playing dumb like a normal person, like don't know a lot. And I don't know, this is me. The guy, the Spanish guy with an accent that don't understand anything.
Does that make you Agent J?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Sean, if you're trying to speak, we don't hear you. We cannot hear you, man. Yeah, it's Mellow. Oh, I did because I remember a while ago I had one of these citronella plants, a little mosquito plant. It was a small plant. And this motherfucker, bro, look at this. Look at the level that this motherfucker went. Look at this. How big it's huge. It's gigantic. So about a week,
keep them away. Blimey.
about a week ago, I grab a little snip, a 2 inches thing. Look at this, bro. It's growing up really big already.
Yeah, that's it. Blimey.
Dude, about a week. We're gonna have maybe tops. I don't know if it's the dirt that I use. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's my hands, the way I plant them. But them motherfuckers grow big. And then I bought a bunch of packages. They were half off. It was a bunch of little packages of flowers, seeds, and stuff like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And I had 2 little pots, and I planted one. I said, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw a bunch of little seeds. And that was also about a week ago. And those are just plain seeds. And I got 2 tiny things. And in one of them, there's nothing yet. But then in the second one, look. Hey, yay! I
Hey.
created plants. So I think these are some kind of flower plants. There's a big palm tree in the front of my house, and I already clean all the weeds and the dirt and remove the dirt, and I put rocks around it. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. I put rocks around it and stuff, and now I threw a few seeds in there. But if the seeds don't grow up, I already got them in the small pot right here, so I'm gonna start replanting them from here over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find it relaxing to plant a seed and see the plant grow up.
Well, you have, as they say, you've obviously got green fingers.
I guess, man.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Flatter Matt say, Jose, don't call it a motherfucker. It's a living being and has feelings. Sorry, this beautiful plant. I say motherfucker. Sorry.
Well, they reckon that if you talk to them, that will help them grow, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I haven't tried to plant anything edible, but I got bell pepper seeds, and I got tomato seeds in there. So
cool.
I'm gonna try those later.
Well, it's going to go one of 2 ways. It's either going to work or it doesn't. So
that's it. Yep. And they were just a quarter. They were just 25 cents a pack of things. So I didn't spend a lot.
If they don't take, you haven't really lost anything, have you? But
exactly.
If it works, then yeah.
Dora says, if you want plants to die, send them to me. Oh, yeah. No. Sean, what's up, man? You got that working now? Uh-oh.
Doesn't look like it.
He had the camera on for a second there.
Maybe he's just having technical issues.
Yep. Maybe, just maybe. If anybody have anything to share, throw it in the Daily Boom or YouTube chat box. If it's small clips or something, so we can have something in the background and I can share my screen. Or any kind of a meme.
Mic check.
Oh, there he is.
I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Now.
Okay, good. Okay. I wish I could rename all my input devices to what they really are. I don't know what a Realtek virtual, whatever the hell that's called is. I know what my headphones are, but I don't know. It just Windows names things really stupidly, and you can't change the name of them. So I don't know the difference between a microphone for in parentheses voice mod virtual audio whatever and a Realtek high definition audio. I don't know the difference between those two.
Oh. Yeah, so I can see how you was having issues then.
Yeah. I mean, I've got how many choices do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 different choices. And I only used one or two things. So I have no idea.
Maybe you need to get rid of the other ones somehow that you don't use.
Well, it's like my speaker bar. I got one of those long, thin things that goes down at the bottom of with speakers, and it has a microphone in it. So technically, it's an audio input device.
Yeah.
But I never use that. But I can't get rid of it because that's my speakers. So whatever.
All right. After the technical talk over here, The Welney Wash area starts to fill with flood water as the level of the Old Bedford River and River Delves rise in Norfolk today. Where
Yes.
did you get this picture from? And tell us about it.
I found that, and I hate to say this, I found that on the Daily Mail website, and that was a photo allegedly taken this morning. Just up the top, off the top of the photo, is Welney, which is where we will be doing Rumpus's test. That is the road that leads to the little village of Welney, and I'm guessing that their floodgates are shut. When you have a lot of rain in an area as flat as that, it has a tendency to flood, and that's exactly what it's done. So that's all fields underwater.
You know, it's bizarre. Is my first trip driving a truck through the Southwest. They had a heavy rains, and it's all desert. It's all flat.
Yeah.
So my first experience driving through the desert was it's a desert of water. I mean, there was probably only 2 inches of water, on the whole thing, but it was all water as far as the eye could see. It was like I was driving through the Keys in Florida, and this is through Arizona.
Weird.
Yeah, or New Mexico, I think it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just bizarre. And then on the way back, all the water subsided. And I'm like, wow, this is not all water here. This is all land.
Right. I gotta take a minute over here because I have to give a big thank you to Jomongus. Jomongus sent me a PayPal over here, $10. Jomongus, thank you very much. God bless, brother. Or just blessed, be blessed, or just be happy, or thank you and best wishes. The God bless. What the hell? Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. If anybody want to support, like for real, I'm broke, and this big $10 give me a give this little bright light at the end of the tunnel. So, but there's also a note that Jomongus type also here on PayPal, and I quote: "Happy New Year's to everyone, Lels and farmers. Lels and farmers, don't change a thing in 2022. Can't wait to hear all of Farmer's amazing stories. He is so entertaining and not boring at all. Lel is so concise and clear with his questions. They both add a lot to the show. Hashtag, let's go, Brandon." Hey, thank you, Jomongus. That is a beautiful, responsible trolling from you. Thank you very much, Jomongus. Boom.
Well done, Humongous. Humongous. Thank you very much. Yes, I will do as you've told me and carry on giving you all of those interesting stories that I know you love to hear. I wouldn't want to disappoint you now, hey?
Here's something I got for the channel, mainly for me.
Ooh.
On my screen, it's a mechanical keyboard. I never thought I would have ever missed having a mechanical keyboard, like back in back at what the old IBM keyboards for computers.
Oh, yeah.
Clickety clickety. I mean, that kind.
No,
Man.
because people cannot see your screen. I'm not available,
Oh.
but I took a screenshot. Like this is what you're showing.
Yeah.
You got this on
There you go.
camera. If anybody want to see it on camera, please join the Discord server in the Daily Boom, and you guys can see what we're sharing to each other.
Yep. I kind of wish it didn't light up all LGB or RGB colors, but I kind of wish it was just white.
What?
Yeah, I wish it was just white, white keys. But it's great. They're great. You can tell when you're making the click. You can hear it. You can feel it. It has tactile feel. Just they're awesome keyboards.
Nice.
And there's I think 8 or 9 different types of switches you can get. They got ones that actually feel mushy, that feel like keyboards do now. And
So is this keyboard lesbian or is he gay? Or what is it?
No, it's a gamer keyboard.
But you say like it's LGBTQ thing.
No, I mispronounced RGB.
Sorry.
Jesus. Jose.
Sorry, man. I'm just saying. I heard that. I said, like, wow, is the keyboard gay? I mean, I don't mind. I mean, it's just your keyboard, you know?
Hilarious.
Shout out to Marcos Dresden and Chris Berry and everybody else in YouTube chat. I think I got everybody as they go. Oh, Kuso. Sorry, Kuso. I didn't say hello to you. Go ahead.
Gary, not all, or who was that? Chris? Nah, not all keyboards are mechanical. A lot of keyboards are have a membrane that the top of the key is suspended upon, and then you push it down and it makes a connection that way. But that's not considered a mechanical keyboard. So again, Chris is fucking wrong and proving himself an idiot. No tolerance for these morons anymore. None. I mean, it's not my problem that they don't understand stuff.
Did you lose it? You had
No
it with them. You
tolerance.
had it with Flat Earther, Sean.
Oh, I haven't had it with them. I've lost all tolerance. I treat them now for what they are: complete morons who have absolutely no idea what's going on and dishonest pieces of shit. That's how I treat them now. So
I have heard them criticizing you as you don't do any debunks. You just play their videos and you just rant like crazy stuff and you don't say anything of substance. That's what I heard them say. You know.
anybody who says that has never watched any one of my videos. So because
Shout out-
that's not what I do.
Shout out to Crow XC and Gotti. Gotti? Questionable.
Yes. Hello.
Hey.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Happy New Year. Sorry.
It's not my birthday.
Thank you. Tell us how you really feel, Sean. Tell us how you really feel. Says
I mean, they want to criticize me, but they don't want to debate me on the topic. You know, they don't want to debate the issues. They want me to go on their little echo chamber where they can quote mine me. You know, take sound bites and mock me that way. But they don't want to debate the issues. But then they call me dishonest and scared, stuff like that. So, and they can't debunk me. I even put out the most ridiculous thing I could possibly say on a YouTube video. And even though it's completely ridiculous, none of them can explain why or debunk it. It's amazing. It really is.
What was that one?
It was that even though the moon is 1/4 the size of Earth,
Yes. Okay.
two Earths can fit in the largest crater on the moon, and not one of them can debunk that.
I heard that, Sean. Now I'm still thinking about that, Sean. and I say there's a so.
Well,
If I just think of what you say and I picture it, it just doesn't make any sense unless you think the moon is. I mean, it just makes no sense, Sean.
That as sort of a riddle, sort of to make it seem like it's a trick question.
Yeah,
But no, it's just an idiotic statement. And even though it's mathematically,
Can I answer it?
geometrically- Oh, go ahead.
that would be true visually for a satellite orbiting the moon, and can see any crater in the moon is bigger than the Earth.
Yeah, but see, that's why I posed it as sort of a riddle. But they can't. I mean, it's impossible. It's impossible for that to happen. But they can't. They aren't smart enough to debunk complete lunacy. Pardon the pun. It's hilarious, and they actually are like discussing it on Rachel's channel. She did a video, saying, "Can anybody make sense of this? Because I can't."
No,
there's
Sean. No.
There's no
But
sense
Sean,
to be made.
Okay, so but the thing is, you didn't add a disclaimer like this is a joke or this is meant
No,
to make no sense. Nothing
no.
now because if I want to grab this clip and record it on my phone and show anybody around here and say, hey, look at this clip and can you like listen to this and tell me? Everybody gonna say like, what the fuck is he on about? I mean, it makes no fucking sense because the way you explained it, just the result that you're getting at the end in this clip, whatever your intention was, anybody that sees this, anybody will get it. Only you will get it, Sean.
No, me and anyone else who knows that the Earth isn't flat will get it, and who knows the kind of questions and things that flat earthers say. I mean,
No,
just
Sean,
saying,
it makes no sense, Sean. It makes no sense. With
just
the Earth as a
saying,
sphere, with the Earth, the moon being a quarter of the size of the Earth is a sphere, it just makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
right, exactly. But they can't refute it. They
How are
haven't
they
been
gonna
able to
refute it? I'm gonna refute it now in 2 words. You're just in 3 words. You're just wrong, Sean. That's it.
Right, so prove it. Prove that I'm wrong.
Well, you got to prove that you're right. You're the one
No.
making the positive claim.
And I did in the follow-up video. I explained.
Oh, but not in that video. So that video
No.
was just wrong. I win because that video was wrong. You had to do another video to explain how it was right.
No, I don't. No, not at all. I posed a flat Earth fact.
Did you disclaim?
I
Did you
posed
put
a flat Earth
Earth fact? Did you put
I
flat Earth
observe
fact?
it. I observe it as being big enough to hold 2 Earths. That's how
No,
I observe
what
it.
you spoke
And that's
is a
how-
globe
that's
is
how-
a fact. What you
and that's
spoke
how
is
flat
something that
earthers-
you believe in. What you
And that's
the
how-
video is something that you believe in. You didn't put any disclaimer that this is a flat Earth fact. That's what you
No.
believe, Sean. You Sean
Do
believe
flat
that.
earthers put a disclaimer on anything that they say?
Well, they are flat earthers, and anything they say, we gotta see it from the eyes that they are flat earthers. You are a globe,
Right.
non-flat
And
earther.
that's where
We
that-
gotta
that's
see
where
it
that came from.
as you are a glober, right?
So why can't I say something as ridiculous as they do without making a disclaimer? Why aren't I allowed
You
that
can.
that courtesy?
You can, and you did. You made a fool
Right.
of yourself because you say something so silly, and people think that you believe that for real.
Right. And the follow-up to that explains it.
So you needed a follow-up. You can, if you
Mhm.
only saw that one video, you couldn't get it. You couldn't, you just made no sense whatsoever.
Yes, the trap was set in the first one. The second
There's
one
no
was
trap.
springing the trap.
There's no trap. There was just a quote
Oh,
from you,
yeah, there
something that
is.
you believe. There
There
was
most
something that you
certainly
believe
is.
that you put in your channel.
When I put a trap in for a bear, I set the trap, I cover the trap over, and I wait for the bear. Now, when the bear springs the trap, then I explain how the bear got caught.
But hold on, yeah, I think some human beings stepped in your trap. Human beings here, I mean.
Well, yeah,
like
it
the
wasn't
bear
a
is
trap
led-
for it wasn't a trap for bears. It was a trap for humans. And they
No, I'm
they
referring to
walked
the
right
bears
into it.
like the flat earthers and the humans
Oh, yeah,
are, you know, us, the globers. Because
Well,
I couldn't make any sense of it.
I didn't. No, it's not meant to be made sense of. I didn't even cover the trap up with leaves. I left it wide open, and all they had to do was say, "Look, the Earth is such and such big. The Moon is such and such big. How can something that's 4 times as big fit in something that's 1/4 the size?" That's all they had to do. And the trap was getting them to admit that the Earth is a certain size, and the Moon is smaller. That's what the trap was. And they couldn't explain out of it. They couldn't because of their beliefs. That are not based anything on, nowhere on science.
I
They
say it
can't
was.
explain that because
Okay.
they know that they will fall into the trap. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I gotta find the video. Can you post a link to the first video that you posted, the
Hold
original
on.
video? Yeah, people need to see what we're talking about here, and then we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote in a poll over here
The
after
trap
we
was
listen to
getting-
it. we find a poll how to put it up. Know what Sean is trying to justify why he put the video with the intention, just by listening the video for the first time with the original title of the video, and by seeing the video for the first time, the way that Sean does his shorts, just speaking some kind of fun facts. We're gonna listen to this via that same mentality.
Okay, hold on a second. I gotta find it first. And I gotta mute it real quick.
Don't be you changing on titles or adding anything to the video now. Don't be editing it.
Nope. Let's see, where are we at here? Where's the, there it is.
All right, please join my screen share. The internet is strong. It should be solid. So you guys should be able to see and hear this. Hold on, let me pause it. And let me pop up the volume. All right, you guys should be able to see the screen share. Debate night, and the title is Science. What else is there? Nothing else, just science.
I also put the follow-up on it. So
yeah. No, we're gonna break this one down first before any follow-up. So this is a video that Sean posted on December 27, 2021, 14 seconds video. And we're going to listen to it in 3, 2, 1. Actually, before I play it, I'm going to share it on YouTube. So YouTube, should click on the original video and watch it from the original source so you can give him some feedback over there.
Actually,
so,
too long. It's too long, Jose. 14 seconds, too long.
And actually, to correct myself, they didn't actually fall into the trap. They realized what the trap was and they backed off.
Chris Berry, please don't do that. Don't call people girl when don't farmer girl. That's not a trolling. Please don't, man. I didn't time you out, but I removed that comment. If you're gonna call farmer's boy, just don't change the name from male to female or female to male. Anybody, please. That YouTube. That's not against the community guideline strikes. That's sexism and changing, all this gender bullshit that YouTube don't like that. So don't change male names to girls, vice versa. Please don't do it. We're gonna play Sean's video, 14 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Here's a little known fact. Even though the moon is 1/4 the size of Earth, 2 Earths can fit in the biggest crater on the moon.
Oh, they didn't actually fall into the trap. They saw the trap coming.
Sean, hold on, Sean. Don't justify. Let us talk about it. Just play your video. We can feedback, but let's try don't try to to get into our brains and explain the whys you did that on all this stuff. This is the first time. This is the first time that we're gonna hear this video. I'm gonna play it one more time. And then we're going to analyze it. We're going to play it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Here's a little known fact. Even though the moon is 1/4 the size of Earth, 2 Earths can fit in the biggest crater on the moon.
Here's a known fact. That's the beginning. The title is Science. Here's a known fact. Even though
little known fact.
The little known fact. I'm gonna do it verbatim. I'm not gonna do it very perfect.
It's so little known, nobody knows it.
Why you interrupting, John? You know what? You don't want us. You don't want him to break this down,
We're
right?
discussing, all right?
Yeah, but you interrupted.
Am I we? Am I part of we?
Yes,
Okay.
but we're trying to criticize you, so you gotta hang in there and wait for the criticism first.
All right, go ahead.
Happy New Year to Bobby Pine and everybody in YouTube chat.
Well, I think there's an obvious point to break down on his claim, which is how can 2 Earths fit inside the largest crater if the moon as a totality is 1/4 the size of the Earth? But I think that's probably the obvious, gotcha.
Okay, so the known fact is that the Earth How to fucking paraphrase it? Let me play it so I don't want to misrepresent.
The Earth is a quarter of the size of
Here's
the
a
Moon
little-
is a quarter of the size of the Earth,
Right?
and the Earth can fit into the largest crater on the Moon twice.
Two Earths can fit into the largest crater of the moon. And that is wrong. That is not true. That is false. And I don't know why did you say this, you put this ridiculous clip that anybody can grab just this video and show it to anybody on the world that say like, is he all right? He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's all I'm saying. And that is a fact. Go ahead.
Bev has probably already produced a 2-hour video discussing the idiot logic of globe earthers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a quick video then.
So where's the other one?
The follow-up.
Yeah.
No, I just want people to agree or disagree. Is this silly? Is this make no sense? Yes, it's silly.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense.
Yeah. I admit it. It makes no sense and it's silly. That's the whole point of it, Jose.
But then think about this. Somebody just get a hold of this video and somebody is presented with this video. They're not gonna feel compelled to go to your channel and watch all your videos and watch any follow-up. They're just gonna leave it like that. It's a fact, Sean. It's a fact. They're gonna say like, I don't even need to hear anything that Sean has to say because he's so ridiculous. Look, it's a science video and he tells us this so nonsense claim that he makes. Now, how can you back up this claim, Sean? Because we know that the moon is the moon is at least 1/4 the size of the Earth, but you say that 2 Earths can fit in the crater of the moon. You didn't say about shadows. You didn't say about perspective. You didn't say about holograms. You say 2 Earths. We're talking physicality. The moon physically is 1/4 of the Earth, and you say 2 physical Earths that one Earth is 4 times as bigger than the moon. They can fit in a crater of the moon. Can you justify that, Sean? Go ahead.
No. Not at all.
Okay, so you just made a troll video, wrong video, just to mislead people?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. And the follow-up asks them to debunk me, and they can't. That's the point. They aren't smart enough or honest enough to debunk absolute lunacy when it's obvious that it's the wrong answer.
I like that.
I can debunk you with one sentence, Sean. I already did, but I'll do it again.
But that's not a debunk.
I'm going to debunk you with one sentence unless you're afraid to listen to my debunk.
Okay, go ahead.
You are so fucking ridiculous. You make no sense, and it makes no sense to watch any other of your content. That's my debunk.
That's your opinion. That's not.
No, it's a debunk. You make no fucking sense because the Earth is bigger. The Earth is 4 times bigger than the moon. You cannot fit an Earth in a crater of the moon. How can you fit 2 Earths? That's the debunk. Period.
How do you know that the Earth is bigger?
Well, unless you're a flat earther.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You're getting it. Now you're getting it.
Well, are you a flat earther, Sean? Are you a flat earther, Sean?
No.
Well, then why in the fuck are you saying these ridiculous claims? That makes no sense. Instead of saying facts, because you title science, so you're misleading people. Then you are in the wrong here. Nobody is in the wrong. You are in the wrong. You are misleading people by titling something science, and it's just dumb.
Yeah, absolutely. But now,
so then why should I watch any other of your? Why should I watch any follow up on any other of your content when I know that now that you're misleading people? It makes no sense to watch any of.
Do you mind if I debunk him quickly and thoroughly, because I can do this really simply? So, Sean, if we take your statement as a totality, regardless of whether you're a flat earther or globe earther or whatever, your statement is the moon is a quarter the size of the Earth, and the Earth will fit into the largest crater twice. So your own statement in itself is nonsensical, and that is the debunk for it.
Okay. Good. You win. Flat earthers have lost. They weren't able to do that. Simple thing. They considered it. They considered it as a fact and then discussed it as a fact. They aren't smart enough or intelligent enough or honest enough to make that statement that you just did. That was the whole point.
You mislead people. You are claiming that's a fact. Not them. You are, Sean.
I set the trap.
No, there was no
they
trap.
fell
You
into it.
just stated
Oh yeah,
a
there
fact.
was a trap.
No, it wasn't trap. In this video, nothing says that it was a trap. Nothing points to it was a trap.
Okay, when I set a trap for anything, do I put a sign up saying, "Hey, this is a trap"?
That's
exactly
wrong
where I was about to
analogy.
go.
That's a wrong analogy. That's a wrong analogy. It doesn't add up. When I find clips and shorts on YouTube, I want to hear either I want to hear facts or memes or something. You claim this as a fact, and you titled it science.
Well, when I watch flat Earth videos, I expect to see some sort of science or proof behind what they say, and I get nothing.
If you are not a believer and you think that they are correct, you can continue doing that. That's why I don't watch any flat Earth content, because I know they got no facts. But I really want to watch Glober's content, and when I see a 14 seconds video, I said, whoa, this is cool. Oh, this is a fact. A nice, very little known fact. I say, all right, I'm going to learn something today. Then I hear you saying that. I say, what the fuck is he on about? Fuck it. Makes no sense.
It was a trolling video to get them to prove me wrong, and they failed completely.
Love you to it. Happy New Year. All right, I'm done. I'm done trolling.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, if you want something fun to troll with, there's a question I've been asking Bev, which he really doesn't like, which is, you say that the shortest distance between 2 points on a surface is a straight line. I agree with that point, but it's on any surface.
Now play the follow-up video to it.
All right, and that's a direct continuation to the one you put up.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't done any other videos until someone can refute it. So,
all right. So this is a science. The title is Science Follow-Up. No more in the description. Posted one day after Science, when he claimed that the 2 Earths can fit inside the biggest crater in the moon. Sean's claim is that 2 Earths can fit in the biggest crater of the moon. That's the original claim, nothing more than that. He said he got a follow-up, science follow-up. I'm going to play it in 3, 2, 1, 40 seconds. Here we go.
See, I've done the calculations. I've seen the photo.
Let's watch the follow-up
of the Earth from the moon. And clearly, I've done the calculations. And I've determined that the Earth is small enough to fit 2 of them, at least, in the biggest crater of the moon. I've done the calculations. I've looked at a photo. So therefore, 2 Earths can fit in the biggest crater of the moon. Now, prove me wrong.
And that was the 40 seconds science follow-up by Sean. Thoughts?
mm-hmm. See,
I don't have any thoughts. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on this one.
See, I've looked at the photos, just like they look at the ocean standing on the beach. I've done the calculations by looking at the photo, by just stating my opinion. That's a flat Earth investigation. That's their research by looking at other people's pictures. And they say what they want to say about it. Doesn't matter if it's true, doesn't matter if it's right. They base their entire paradigm around looking at stuff. And I've done the calculations, just like they've done the measurements of the Earth by waving a laser beam over the. See, I'm putting to them, I'm imposing to them as ridiculous a statement as they've ever said. But they can't debunk me. But I've debunked everything they've ever said. That's the point. Now, it may have been dishonest of me to do this, but, look at everything they've ever done. Complete dishonesty. Complete opinion put out as fact.
All right. Let me take a minute over here, and I got two supporters on PayPal also hit me up. So Jomongus earlier, thank you, and now we have over here. This is by Khalid Crow XC. Merry Christmas, boom, with a big $5. Croaks, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for your support. That helps a lot. And also, this is a big one, $20. Holy smokes! Oh, did I put it? I put it right here. This is a big $20 PayPal hit, and this is the message on it. Hi, Jose. Can I ask you, please, just bug it off? Yes, I can, but I won't. Thanks for the entertainment and all the best for next year. Regards, Numballs. Thank you very much, Mr. Numballs in YouTube chat box. Boom. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Just tell me. You can tell me to bug it off.
I mean, what I said in these video in that first video was as ridiculous as saying that anything can be obstructed on a flat surface. But see, the whole thing was to try and get them to basically catch themselves, because they'd have to use science. They'd have to use heliocentric science to debunk it. And I guess me talking in a chat or in Discord with Rachie there, she realized what was going on. She stopped. She was in the process of putting a video on to try and debunk it, and she stopped because of the conversation that was going on. She realized that what the trap was. So
what kind of debunk do you have, Sean? If I say the sun and the moon are the same size, the sun is the same size as the moon is the same size as the sun. They're just a few miles away from each other, so there's the eclipse when it happens, the solar eclipse, the moon just passes in front of the sun. That's it. And they're probably a few thousand miles away from the earth, 5,000 miles away from the earth. Boom, prove me wrong, Sean.
I use geometry to prove you wrong.
Ooh, and should I be scared because you say geometry?
No, I've actually done that with geometry, with like the angles to Polaris, the angular change, or the elevation angular change as you move from one location to another doesn't work on a flat Earth. I've shown this to be true. I've proven it now.
So if I grab the first 14 seconds clip that you say that you can fit two Earths in the biggest crater of the moon, I can say like, no, it's wrong because look, geometry tells, and I find a globe model, and I say, Sean, I just debunked you. So that's a debunk. Yeah.
Yeah. But none of them did that, right? Because they would have to use the globe model.
So you are a flat earther. Everybody, Sean Hawkins, we welcome Sean Hawkins to Flat Earth. Welcome to Flat Earth, Sean.
No. See, the only way you can debunk it is use heliocentric math. You can't use it. You can't debunk it using flat, because Flat Earth has no model.
Who do you think will welcome you to Flat Earth? You think the Oakley people will welcome you into the Flat Earth? Maybe the 24/7 people? Maybe Austin will be. Maybe you'll be hanging out in the street activism with Austin as a Flat Earther, Sean.
Oh, that's great. I've got my hip hop body language down and everything. Here, let me turn my camera. Oops. Yeah. See, I've got it like. Just like Austin.
Chris Berry says that he's never seen water block anything.
That's weird.
You never seen ice?
Yeah.
Painas a chill. I'm gonna tell you a fact and prove me wrong. I'm gonna tell you a fact.
Okay.
Aye. We know that the moon is at least 1/4 of the size of the Earth, roughly, but I can fit two full Earths inside the biggest crater of the moon. Prove me wrong. And that is a fact. It's science, bro. Can you debunk that, Paynas Shield?
Oh man,
I mean,
Yeah.
tell me if that's right or wrong. I mean, it's
it's-
science. It's a fact.
it's wrong. I mean, how can you have if the moon is a quarter the size of Earth? How can you fit two Earths inside a crater? Unless you're talking about a parent size.
No. Just it's a fact. It's science.
Go. Okay.
Can you debunk that?
Probably. Give me a while.
So, what would you think of someone who is completely unable to debunk that? Would you call them
Completely-
intelligent?
Completely unable to debunk that.
Mhm.
I would say that they are impaired in some way. I mean, just on its
There you go.
face. If the moon is a quarter the size of Earth, how can two Earths fit inside a crater?
Right. It's as ridiculous as saying that something that's 3,000 miles over your head can go below your eye line.
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. But see, none of them make any I guess oh shoot, what's the word I'm looking for? Not claims, but they never Jose said the word, I can't remember what it was. But they don't disclaimer. They don't make any disclaimers saying what they're saying is true or not true. Right?
Right. I would like to officially declare that 2022 is the year that the flat earthers need to prove the Earth is flat, and not that the Earth is not a globe. They need to actually
Exactly.
prove the Earth is flat this year.
Exactly. And that's basically that's about the only response I give to any flat earther now. Show me measurements of your flat Earth or STFU. That's all they get from me now.
The only one that I'll give them is that the Earth looks flat.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would give up that if you are, in Kansas and you crawl out from under your rock and you look around, you go, look flat. I'll give you that.
If I had an AutoCAD program on my computer here, I've got one on my laptop, but if I had one, I could show them. I could show you right now. You take a 4,000 unit radius circle, draw it out, and then take a 250 unit arc, 250 long unit arc of that circle and zoom in full frame. Tell me that looks curved. It doesn't. I've done it before.
No, yeah.
It looks
won't.
completely flat
And it's-
because that's how big the Earth is. It's so big that even what we see can't show the curve.
And the only thing that I've tried this for, I don't know, about a week before. I went away for a week down to see my parents and stuff. But I started asking this, and the only thing I can get from them is that the Earth looks flat. And the other one is that water is flat, which is a subset of the Earth looks flat.
Mm-hmm. But we've measured it as spherical. So how can it be flat?
Well, that's so.
Right.
Other than the Earth looks flat, I'm looking for some proof of the flat Earth, and all I get is debunks of the globe, and I'm tired of debunks of the globe. Proving the Earth is not a globe does not prove the Earth is flat.
Right.
So, anyway,
The fact they haven't proved it's not a globe.
No.
well, I don't even care. I'm tired of hearing that the proofs that the Earth is not a globe. I don't want to know what the Earth is not. I want to know what the Earth is. So, if they're claiming the Earth is flat, then let's see some proofs that the Earth is flat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who's Revlowski?
Krasovsky.
Well, there has to be cartoons of the flat Earth because the Earth isn't flat. If you notice, the one on the left is not a cartoon; it's real. But the one on the right is a cartoon because we don't observe it. So, fuck off. Fuck off.
Chris Berry, stop lying, man. I'm reading the chat box. You made me waste 2 minutes on reading all the comments because you tagged me and you told me that Doofies and Doofus and Farmers Boy, I'm misgendering you. Don't make me waste my fucking time. Don't fucking lie, Chris Berry, like that.
What is fuck knows why he's doing this. Because I'm Farmer's Boy, that's a gendered name. Same as Doofer is Manfred. He's being a complete tit.
Yeah, fuck off, Chris. Fuck off. You're Chris Berry. I mean, it is what it is. Don't change the Farmer's Boy to Farmer's Girl because it's not a girl, you know. Or I don't know. You know, don't call a male a female when they are not. You know, don't do that. If they call themselves like that, it is what it is. Just call them the way they are, the username they use. Don't change the usernames, please. That's
In
it.
the
Period.
Navy, traditionally they've changed a little from that, but in the Navy traditionally, even a woman captain is considered sir.
Yeah.
Are
I
they
think
doing
they
that?
do that in a lot of armed forces, don't they? Because it's just
Mhm.
it's easier.
Are they going
Yeah.
to that? Really? That's interesting because I expected that, you know. But I mean, like, captain isn't a male. It's just a title.
Yep.
All right, I
Well-
got a very big important announcement. Very big important announcement. And this is kind of, you know, it's my thing. It's for me, but still, I gotta do a big, huge shout out to Mr. Victory. He say in PayPal, Happy New Year from your neighbor friendly Mr. Victory. Mr. Victory with $50. Holy shit,
Whoa.
man! Thank you, dude. Yeah, that's
Happy New
huge,
Year.
man. Happy
Yes,
New Year, man.
happy.
And I haven't been on for a few days, so it's kind of like, yeah, man. I mean, guys, I mean, it's overwhelming the support. I really appreciate it. I still gotta wait, you know, a few more days to move on and trying to do something. You know, I got a few things on the table cooking, but still, I'm struggling as for right now. You know, times have been tough. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Say $50 will get you a good bottle of champagne for tonight.
Shit, no, man. That's gonna be half of whatever the electric bill or something, you know, in the next month. Every single dollar that I do here is for bills, man. I cannot, you know. Now I'll find some chump change in the drawer to buy me cigarettes or some kind of a Coca-Cola or something, but shit. But this is good. Thank you, guys.
The traditional Puerto Rican New Year's Eve got to be rum, right?
Yeah, I got it for the longest time. For over a year, I got there's a quarter of whiskey bottle in there. That's probably gonna be hitting a few shots out there. I'm gonna go out later, like at 7 p.m. I'm gonna go visit a coworker, an ex-coworker. I'm gonna be hanging out with her for a few hours, but I'm gonna be home like at 10 p.m. already. So I'm gonna spend the New Year's me and my dogs.
Isn't mochaccino? Isn't that like the new? What's that? Mochiato? It's that thing with mint and rum and other stuff in it. I don't drink, so it's like that was the biggest, the big, drink for a while.
My Puerto Rican friend would only drink Coca-Cola and Bacardi, which made in Puerto Rico, I think. Is that the one? He would only drink Puerto Rican rum and Coke, and he said he really knew he was plowed one night when he was drinking like Virgin Island rum and Diet Dr. Pepper.
We had a buddy. His nickname was Kentucky. He was in the Army, and he was from Kentucky. Boy, you could tell it. Everything about the way he said it. Anyway, his favorite drink was whiskey and Coke, Jack Daniels and Coke. He would take 3 or 4 good swallows out of a can of Coke and then fill it the rest of the way with Jack Daniels. Yeah.
I gotta read this. I gotta read this comment. Jomongus says, "Shield, Painasa Shield is the worst Gloverter. Let me do my impression." And this is Jomongus' impression of Nasa Shield. Look it up. Shout out to Jomongus. Thank you.
Well,
Man.
yeah, that's actually my answer because I'm tired of giving flat earthers proofs and wasting my time looking it up when it can be simply found with a Google search.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I get people don't like that, but you cannot combat flat earthers with facts. The facts are there. Facts are facts. And everyone thinks that, maybe if I give Lemon Bird some more facts, he'll come around. No. No, he is immune.
I'm gonna do my impression of Sean Hawkins. I'm gonna do my impression of John Hawkins to addressing any flat earther ever. You are insert and I got a parenthesis insert swearing
Yeah,
profanity
bleep,
word
bleep,
here.
bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah, insert profanity here. You are insert profanity here. That's my impression of John Hawkins.
Yeah, I cuss at him, but then I show why I'm cussing at him. I actually show evidence. I show research. When I do a debunking on a live stream, I don't do what like Simon Dan says and say it's wrong, look it up, or what what you just said, Google it. I actually bring up the citation that proves it and show it as I'm talking about it.
I used to do that, Sean, but like I said, these guys are fact immune.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I cuss at them. I do the same thing that Nathan Oakley does. I berate them. But then aside from what Nathan Oakley does, I actually show why they're wrong. So
Well, my whole thing is that if you put these guys are making claims, making facts, so-called facts, without evidence. So when I dismiss them without evidence, everyone gets mad at me. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
yeah. They constantly reverse the burden of proof. I mean, they are making the claim, whether they want to admit it or not, against 2,000 plus years of science. They have the burden of proof. Reversing the burden of proof is just not acceptable.
I got a Slice Parkane comment on look it up. Von Shield answer. He say the sad part is that we shouldn't have to say look it up. Flat earthers are the ones claiming to do the research. They should already know and have a demonstration to complete. How about that? What do you think?
That's 100% right.
Mm-hmm. And it's like Nathan Oakley when he makes that or his whole cult when they make the claim that you need a curved adjacent. Well, number one, you're proving that not only do you not know how a sextant works, and that you've never opened the nautical almanac, but you're also proving that you don't know how geometry works because angle measurements don't have adjacents; they have rays, they have legs. There's no adjacent in an angular measurement. There's an adjacent in a triangle when you put three angles together, but with one angle, there's no adjacent.
But they think that you're triangulating to the GP, with the ground position of the star being 90 degrees. Therefore, you have the adjacent, not realizing that even if you go away from the ray thing, that the view or your sighting from where you're sighting to the horizon is a straight line.
Exactly.
So there's so many. I mean, the year of the sextant did not work well for the Flurfs. So I want to, like I said, this year I was going to be the year that the flat earthers actually show proof that the Earth is flat, not that the Earth is not a globe.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm with you.
Why can't it be at Pedro or at Julio or at Pablo, but it has to be at Jason?
Now you're making it sound like Pete. You start playing wordplay.
I'm not trying too hard.
Also, I'm demanding to see if anybody's talking about the sextant on the flat Earth side. I'm demanding to see their sextant, know what model they own.
Most of them have never even touched a sextant. What are you talking about?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely, they haven't.
The other one they can't answer is that you don't even need the horizon to work celestial nav. If you have a bubble sextant, like the airplanes had, you don't even need the horizon. The horizon is just there because, well, it's easy to see if you're on a ship.
Right, and I think that's where what Brian Leakey and Brian's logic, and where they get this. Well, you have to measure down from vertical and then subtract from 90 and all that. because they're taking our argument of you don't even have to use at the horizon. You can measure down from vertical
That's correct.
and subtract that from 90. But then they take it one step further and say, well, then you've got to divide that by 90 and then do all other kind of things from it to find your latitude.
I wrote that formula down. Who gave me that? I wrote that formula down to someone. It doesn't work very well. It works.
No.
The further you get away from the bigger the number, the closer you get to the equator, the worse it works.
Yeah. And when they say that you have to subtract from 90 and that's how you get your latitude, well, let me see. If I'm where Polaris is 90 degrees over my head and I subtract from 90, that means the Polaris has to be at my eye line, which makes absolutely no sense.
Well, so the formula I got was that the angle divided by 90 times the tangent of the angle times 0.6 gives you your which.
All right, guys. A quick shout out in between. This one is by Bendy Light. Says Happy New Year to you and your family, Jose. Bendy Light with a big $25 supporting big time. Bendy Light. Thank you very much, brother, for being a loyal participant of the Boom festivities, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, and thank you guys for being here. Without you, we wouldn't have a show. I thought I was gonna be here for like 45 minutes, just ranting to myself, and then we start getting some visitors. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you over here.
You see where one of the new supersonic prototypes is called Boom?
No, I don't know. I would see that.
Look it up. The name of the company is Boom Technologies or something like that.
Nice,
cool.
nice. I like the Russian crazy guy. Boom, doing crazy, but testing products and doing little science.
What's his name?
Yeah, I don't remember. But he's a crazy one. He's
Russian Labs or something.
Russian
hacker. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, I'm going to take this thing here now to put it in the thing. It's a boom. He's great. I love him.
John Mann passed away. He was always saying boom too. So.
Oh yeah.
There's another one that I enjoy a lot. He plays with electricity.
That guy, that bald head guy.
Bald heads. He's always banging his fingers and shit exploding around him, banging shit around. He's funny.
Shocks the shit out of himself. Shocks the shit out of himself all the time.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's good, and a lot of other people have talk about him, like Veritasium or Matt. Oh, what's his name? Matt. He's a British guy. He does science. Oh shit.
Matt Powerland. Oh wait.
No, not Matt Powerland.
Matt Boylan.
He's got crazy eyes. He's like, he does these little things in his house, and he's part of like the education system in England. I mean, he's like part of the Institute of Science there. I can't remember his name. I'll find it. I'm subscribed to
Electro Boom. That's him. Thank you, Dora. Electro Boom. That's him.
This a real guy?
Yep, Electro Boom. That's the guy.
He's on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'll look
Just
him up.
YouTube Electro Boom and watch any of his clips. I'll play, I don't know. I'm scrolling down to one of the oldest videos, play a little clip because, maybe copyright, but I don't know. Telsa Coil. I'm going to put this. I'm sharing my screen here. Let me pause it.
Hi.
Let me scroll forward a little bit here. Okay. And
It's the output power.
It's legit.
I made this piece of wire that can balance on its center, and I'm gonna put it on the coil.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the results of the fire in Colorado.
What?
Yeah, look at him. It's legit.
Why doesn't it hurt? What kind of sorcery is this?
Yeah, he's a funny guy, man.
Steve Mold.
To my laptop's audio jack, and it's ready to go. Happy New Year.
Funny guy. Electro Boom, shout out to him.
Here, I'm putting a link in of Stephen Mold's video, is one of his latest ones.
Can you hear me?
He's pretty good.
Hey, Chris, was that you? Yeah, I heard you, man. What's up?
Hey, what's up? I have
Happy
a
New Year to
question.
you, man. Talk to
Happy
us.
New Year. What does everyone, well, I know you have to be careful on the show, but everyone go around and give us something they don't believe in as far as like an official story or truth goes. So like, for me, it would be okay, Earth's flat. I don't believe the official government story, NASA story that Earth is round, right? Something like that. Can anyone else do something that they don't believe in? Whether it's like, I don't know. I mean, you have to be careful. I know what you can say, but
I have a question. Why are you attributing the Earth's size and shape to NASA or the government?
well,
Hold on, Sean. Let me try. I'm sorry, I was really busy, Chris, when you started talking. Somebody online. Can you repeat that? Let's not ignore the question, Sean, and move to another thing.
No, I'm
But
not ignoring it. I'm just asking.
let me.
clarification.
I'm just asking to Chris to repeat what I say because I didn't hear. Sorry, man.
it's just what everyone thinks, against the grain. So like if someone said that, oh, the government says this, or somebody says this is the factual story, do you not believe that? And what do you believe? But
But I don't
you have to be
understand
careful
as a
on that.
question. I don't understand it as a question. Like who?
Well,
What
so
is
like
the-
like obviously people here believe Earth's round, but do you not believe something else that you've been told?
Oh man, a lot of things, almost everything. I mean, I don't watch news. I don't watch mainstream media news. I know when I see the sky getting dark and I say like, holy shit, out of nowhere, then I'll try to look for an article or try to find some weather, something to see what's going on. That's all I know because anything, I stop believing anything that the news say. Unless it's a local story, if I'm scrolling through Facebook and say, hey, locally over here there was an accident or some murder or somebody killed or something happened odd. There's a something. I say like, yeah, that's local. That might be legit, and I might drive over there. I might see the shitload of sheriffs and police. I say like, yeah, something is going down. But other than that, world news and outside my circle over here where I live, I don't have to watch. I mean, I don't have to believe anything anybody say. I can live very happily without knowing
So
anything on the news.
you're saying for you, fake news is a big one.
For me, yes, for me. That's why I don't watch them.
Why do you think that they're faking the news?
Oh, I don't know if they're faking it or not. I just personally don't believe it because I don't have to believe what they say. I see news as propaganda. See, to paint a big picture. For me, it's not that that's the fact, and to everybody have to believe that. For me, it makes no sense to watch the news. That's a big propaganda machine to tell us what is right, what is wrong, what somebody say. If there was a murder, one example, oh, there was a murder over here, and there was a massacre, family died, and there was a drive by, and somebody shoot him, and then oh, we're gonna talk to the neighbor. The neighbor said like, yeah, this person was really good, and he told me once this, and then they start putting all these stories and painting this bigger picture for us to either like a person or dislike the person. I don't give a fuck about none of that. The big news is like the sad news is that there was a drive-by and people died. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know what are the feelings and what school these people went, or if he was in a psychiatric hospital before, or if he was a saint or a pastor. I don't need any of that. That's why I stopped watching the news because of that second part of the news.
One thing I don't believe that a lot of people tell me is that the Earth is flat. I asked for clarification. I asked for measurements,
Sean,
and
you're
they
not
can't
playing
tell me that.
along. Sean, you're being a Debbie
Well-
Downer. The majority consensus is that the Earth is round. So your answer could be the Earth is flat, and that would answer my question. But you can't go along with the consensus and then answer my question at the same time. I'm saying, what do you go against the grain on? What do you not follow the consensus?
Big Bang.
Oh, Big Bang. Okay, so what do you think then?
I don't know what to think. I haven't investigated it.
So why do you
I
think
just
it's
don't
wrong?
believe in the Big Bang.
You've investigated it enough to think you don't believe it.
Right. Well, common sense says that everything in the universe couldn't come from an infinitesimally small thing.
Okay.
I want to know why you would disagree with the consensus scientific opinion. Are you smarter than everybody else, or
No?
no? I'm asking whoever's asking the question.
Oh. But see, one thing to follow what I said is, I just lost my train of thought. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a chill. I don't have to be smarter than a group of people just for not believing what they say. If 10 people say like, yeah, I was walking over here and there's a little trail and we walked by and there was a big tree full of oranges, and I go like, fuck that, that's bullshit because I walked by the trail and there's no orange tree. I don't believe you. Does that mean that I'm smarter than them? No.
But I got my train of thought back. But I do not think, or I do not even consider the creation story based on my not believing the Big Bang, because not only do I think that not everything could come from an infinitesimally small thing, I absolutely think that not everything can come from a thought. And that's what the creation story tells us. So when flat earthers say it's impossible for everything to come from an infinitesimally small thing, it's more impossible to even consider that it came from a thought. That's less than nothing. So,
Why do you? Where are you getting that it's a thought?
Because God thought it, and it happened. That's how God created everything, from a thought. He thought it, and it happened. It says it in the Bible, man.
Where does it say that?
In Genesis. Have you read it?
I mean, I read Genesis, and as a kid I used to go to the school, the whatever Christian. Anywhere says that God thought of that. Anywhere in the Bible say that God thought the thoughts of God. No, nowhere in the Bible, Sean.
He actually speaks it, but
that's right.
Yeah.
He said,
well, he speaks it. He speaks it into being. Whatever.
Oh, so you are just.
Have you read?
So John, you are interpreting the way you want.
Right.
But that's not the way I see it.
Right.
The way I see it, the fact.
Version you look at.
John, let me finish my thought. The fact is that anywhere in the Bible, he said he thought of that.
I would have to think of it before he spoke. You would think, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but it didn't come into existence because he thought it. According to the Bible, he spoke it. Anyway, that could all be metaphor. Even if you're a believer in God, you don't necessarily have to believe the Bible, right? Be a metaphor for that, whatever God is or whoever God is, or whatever. That's just a metaphor for them creating.
But flat Earth, at its core, is a religious argument. It's flat Earth.
No.
It's the flat Earth created Earth, as opposed to the measured science Earth.
Not sure I'm following.
You never do follow, do you?
You can. I've found very few flat earthers who are not fundamentalist Christians. Serious.
That's hilarious.
No, it's not. It's true.
You think Nathan Oakley's a fundamentalist Christian? You think Anthony Riley's a fundamentalist Christian? You think I'm a
absolutely.
Christian?
Yes,
absolutely.
Riley is.
Neither of those three people I mentioned are.
Well, then you're naive.
I mean, they're not Baptist.
Oh, I'm naive, or you're just wrong.
Nathan Oakley. Have you ever listened to Nathan Oakley talk?
Sure.
In his older videos, he's a religious fundamentalist.
No, he's
Quantum
not.
Eraser. Quantum Eraser admits.
Yes,
he is.
Definitely a religious fundamentalist.
Quantum Eraser is, but Nathan isn't. Nathan was an atheist for a long time.
Well, not
Nathan in God.
Nathan brags in his earlier videos when he first started into the flat Earth that his family's religious.
People evolve.
He's proud to be from that religious background. He's a fundamentalist Listen, Chris, you've got to watch his older videos,
Okay,
man.
you go.
He
You leave.
admits to being religious
wait.
funding.
All right, finish your thought. Now I got a comment on that. That means that I'm still a flat earther. If you find my older video when I was a flat earther, because in my earlier video I say the globe is dead and the earth is flat. Does that mean that's shown? No. People change mentalities and people evolve.
Right, yes. But has Nathan Oakley changed his views? No, he has not.
Tony,
He
you
has
don't know
not
what
said
you're talking
anything
about,
to
man.
say that he has changed his views.
He says the Bible is just a book. That's what he says. Does that sound like a fundamentalist Christian? To
Right.
say
He
the
also
Bible
says the earth is
just a
flat.
book?
He'll say anything for money, Chris. He'll say anything he has to for
he's faking
gullible
his
people
fundamental
to give him money.
Christianity. He's faking his fundamentalist Christianity because he's trying to get
No,
money.
he is
But you know-
a fundamentalist
he
Christian,
is one.
dude. He's a religious fundie.
Okay,
He's
but
not changed his views, man.
You should go.
There's no
you should
argument.
go
Yeah,
and find the clip.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
and find the
Talk
clip.
to him, Sean. Talk to Nathan. I'm talking about the fundamental. Why are we talking about that? What's the deal of this?
Jesus
sorry.
Christ, man. Talk about gullibility, Chris.
Why are we making a big deal that Nathan is
Language.
a Christian or not? Why? So let's move on. That makes no
Jose,
sense. He's
man.
not here, you know.
All right,
Well,
the word.
Paid NASA bro started that. That's his fault. He made a false and obviously.
No, it's
false
not
claim.
false. It's false. So maybe
Yeah.
if Nathan is not a fundamentalist Christian, he's definitely a Christian. But
No,
so,
he's
okay.
not a Christian.
Well, fuck, he isn't.
Okay, go find the clip
Why-
that says
why
where
in
he
the
says
fuck-
he's a Christian.
What does Nathan being a Christian or not have any fucks to do with why we are here today?
I can-
Nothing. However, I was saying that so maybe Nathan is the one non-fundamentalist Christian who's a flat earther. Then
Anthony Riley, myself.
Riley's a fundamentalist Christian.
a
I
bunch of
wasn't.
people.
I wasn't when I was a flat earther.
Jose.
Lots of people.
Just say you wrong. It's okay.
No.
Anytime you make listen, this is a statistical analysis of your statement. Anytime you say most of or all of or always,
I didn't say
never,
all. I didn't say
you're
always. I
almost
didn't say
always
never.
wrong.
I didn't say
Yeah.
never. I said most.
You said most, right?
Yep.
Which probably statistically probably means you're probably going to be wrong when
No,
you
they're
say
probably
when you make
most.
claims like that. But
I
you
mean,
now have to go
I can
out
name
and you
more-
have to survey.
I can name
every
more
flat earther on
fundamentalist
the
Christians.
planet.
I can name more fundamentalist Christians that are flat earthers, and you can name.
Go
them.
ahead, name them because you haven't named one yet.
Lemon Bird.
What evidence do you have that he's a fundamentalist Christian?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Listen to the bastard for 10 seconds.
Oh my God, Chris,
I've listened
come
to him a
on.
bunch.
Not even you can be
All right.
this
No, okay, so
gullible.
basically,
And,
this guy
and
said,
the laughter in your voice, Chris, right now proves that you're trolling us.
okay.
Now, I got a
I'm
point.
not
That's
agree with this guy.
Nasa Chill, I gotta start with Chris in this one, right? Let's say that Lemonberg is a fundamentalist Christian. What does that have to do if we want to talk about any related to the physics of Earth or the physicality and all of this? Lemon don't have to talk about the Christianity now. When you giving a big long piece of rope, he's gonna start going to all these Christian things. But if you want to talk about perspective, he's gonna talk about that. He's not gonna bring, he's not gonna bring anything Christian related. If you want to talk about eyes or optics or sizes and distances, he's not gonna talk about anything Christian. So why?
Exactly.
One thing have nothing to do with the other.
You can argue that too. I'll not disagree with you. But anyway, if you're going to deny that Lemon Bird is not a fundamentalist Christian, then we have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, but okay, Lemonberg is a fundamentalist Christian. So what? He still got information. If you want to talk about perspective with him, that doesn't include God or Christianity or anything like that. Now what?
Lemon Bird is a fundamentalist wingnut.
So what? But he's got answers and he got explanations for things.
No, he doesn't. He has excuses.
Well, he
and
does.
rationalizations.
John Hawkins, you just lied to me. He does have answers and he have explanations. It doesn't mean he's right, but he does have answers. He does have explanations. Now, the way you interpret what he said, that's your fault, not his. He's
No,
giving you
see-
answers. He's giving you an explanation.
Truth. Facts.
Of course, the fact that his explanations are pure 100% bullshit.
See how
It might be, yeah.
I try and have fun with the conversation. I say let's take it away a little bit from flat Earth. And these globers are so obsessed with the flat Earth and the people in the movement that they have to bring it back to flat Earth. It's always about flat Earth.
I'm trying, Chris. to keep it like kind of a little bit on the air, you know, trying to keep it more flip floppy.
So, Chris, if you asked me what 2 + 2 was, and I said 87, and I gave you a long, drawn out explanation, a long, drawn out explanation of why I think 2 + 2 is 87, would you think that's valid or right, correct, or even worth considering? Yes or no?
I wasn't listening. What?
Okay, since that wasn't. See, you can fuck off now.
Okay, I'll answer that, Sean. He didn't hear you. I'll answer you. I heard your question. If I ask you what is 2 + 2 and you told me the answer is 87, and you say, and here is why, you give me a big ass equation and a bunch of math and breaking it down until it equals 87, I say, fuck off. I'm not interested in your answer because I know it's not 87. That's all. That's it.
Right. So when Chris says that, well, he gives answers and he gives explanations, and that's good. No, it's not, Chris. When you give fallacious answers and a fallacious explanation, it's not good in any way, shape, or form. It has no validity.
It is a different analogy because the question is the question is why do both disappear from the bottom up? You say is the curve. Lemonberg say is perspective is no curve, and I mean you're gonna give an explanation how you arrive there, but it doesn't mean like fucking. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, I lost. It was just a wrong analogy because you gave me a wrong answer. Now, if Lemonberg say the answer is 4, but it's not because, and then he give a different approach on how he arrived to that. He arrived to that answer. That's valid. Lemonberg is telling you a different answer, but he's telling you how he arrived there. Now, will the explanation that you give me to arrive to 87 make sense? Try it. Try me.
But he doesn't give an explanation of how it's 87. He just says that it can't be 4. See, they never give.
No, Lemonberg. You're wrong. You're wrong, Chan. You're talking about other flat earthers, maybe. Not Lemonberg. Lemonberg will tell you how he arrived to that answer.
No, he won't. He won't.
Yes, he does.
Mushy
yes,
light.
he does.
He won't
He does.
explain mushy light. He won't explain how everything he says violates geometry. He won't explain that.
He explains it. Yeah, he explains it. Yes, he does.
No, he says we think it's this, but we need to investigate it further. He never explains anything. He says we need to investigate.
He always explains it. Lemonberg explains everything.
Poorly.
Yeah, but he does explain it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but he does explain it.
But it's not an explanation. It's a rationalization for his beliefs.
That's probably true.
And if in the explanation he adds smoochy light and squishy and squinting eyes, you ask him, what is that? He will tell you what that is. He will give you the answers that you ask.
No, he won't.
Yes, he does.
Jose, you're letting Sean play the child. You're saying yes, he's saying no, back and forth, and it's just boring.
No, I've listened to him.
Honest.
He can't explain mushy light. He said that's just how light works.
Yes, I will, but yes, you are, but no, I'm not.
That's what you sound like. Says that's how light works. We know how light works. No, you don't.
You are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I, Sean? You sound like a child.
He won't explain it. He will say that's just how it is. That's not an explanation. It absolutely is true. He has not yet explained. He has not yet explained because you interrupted me first, moron.
I don't finish your thought, Sean, and then Chris, without interruption.
He won't explain it. He'll say it's just mushy light. That's how light works. That's the nature of optics. No, it's not the nature of optics. Just saying that's how it works. You know, where did all these presents come from? Oh, they just appeared there.
You're all over the place, Sean. You're all over the place, Sean.
Well, that's just the nature of presents. They just appear. No, that's not explaining how the presents get there.
Thank you, Chris. Go ahead.
I just want to move on. I mean, gosh dang.
Of course you do.
10 minutes of Sean.
You interrupted, Sean. You interrupted 3 words into Chris, and you interrupted, Sean.
Well, how does it feel, Chris?
It's just a boring show when you have Sean be your main guest. I'm just being honest. Like, he just goes back and forth. He's argumentative just to be argumentative. He brings no facts to his claims. He's saying Lemon Bird. All Lemon Bird will say is that's just how it is. I've personally heard, and Jose, you've heard Lemon Bird give explanations. Are those explanations right? That's not the point. The point is he will give an explanation, as you said, Jose. So it's just a factual thing to say that Sean is wrong in this instance, but he won't let it go. He's of the mindset he's got to be right. He's got to be right, and he just won't let it go, even though he's obviously wrong in this instance.
I 100% agree with that statement.
If you listen to what Lemon Bird says, his explanations are, we know this to be true because we know it to be true. That's his explanation.
And that's
if you
good,
actually listen,
but
I'm not finished, Jose.
Sean, but
you
I
just interrupted me.
Yeah, I know, but you're gonna keep repeating the same thing. But I don't
No,
leave in
I
your mind.
wasn't.
I don't. The way that you process your thoughts and the way you listen to things and interpret things, that's your way. We don't all feel analyze the things the same way you do. You break it down your way and you say like, no, you're wrong. That's it.
I just don't listen to the guy talk and say, well, let's see, he explained it. No, I break down what he says and realize it's not an explanation. It's just circular reasoning and circular talking and doublespeak. That's all he has.
Thank you. Moving on. Chris Berry, you got any resolution for this new year? You thinking about changing, I don't know, something, careers, place you live, the way you live, something in your health, anything different that you're planning to do in 2022, or you don't see it like?
Oh God. I mean, probably a lot of things, right? But most people who make resolutions, they don't change. At least that's what I've heard. And most people make resolutions, but then they don't follow, or if you 1 month and 2 months in, then you quit, right? And I do that. I know a lot of people. So we all make them, but as far as what I would do, gosh, I really haven't thought about it. I don't really make resolutions a ton like I used to or I have in the past, but so change of job, no, probably not. I make too much money and it would be too hard. Like, I would love to do something in music or audio, but you just can't make that much money. It's the competition is so fierce, that it's just hard. Like, people who've made it, if I knew now if I knew 20 years ago what I know now about YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, I would have maybe gone to music school or focused more on music and audio, because these people are making like, not just low six figures, but high six figures, if not millions of dollars, giving lessons or making music or whatever they're doing, right, on these platforms. And I just, I was always an early adopter in these things, but I just never saw how to utilize them to make money like a lot of these people are. Like Jake Paul or Logan Paul. Everyone knows Logan Paul, right? I had half a dozen Logan Pauls in my high school, right, or more. They were doing the same stupid stunts and stupid crap in high school. They just didn't have vlogs and video cameras on them 24/7 to document it, right? Logan Paul is nothing special. He's just an idiot kid who documented his idiotness. I know a dozen kids like that from high school who just didn't have the wherewithal to turn that into a scam money-making operation, right? So, I guess I'm disappointed that I didn't have the wherewithal to see that these platforms can be used to make money, and I know it's rare, right? It's more rare that you did that and are making money than not. But that's kind of my one regret or resolution if I had one.
Anything you think that you either started last year and you think that this year is going to be more successful than anything you did or try to accomplish?
No, I don't think so. Probably changed my diet again. I'm like trying to eat healthier lately. I had a doctor's checkup and I had like the highest cholesterol I'd ever had. My cholesterol had always been really low, like really. I think like 10 years ago, I had a 119 cholesterol total, and I think now it was like right around 200. So, and I get lazy. You get married, you have kids, and I used to eat healthy. I used to exercise a lot. I was younger, in my 20s. And of course, those things happen. You get lazy, and it's too much, right? Like, oh, I going to make a 4-course dinner for these kids who probably aren't going to enjoy it anyway, or should I just go to McDonald's? All right, I'll just go to McDonald's, right? Well, then you get food from McDonald's, and it's bad for you too. So, but I the last month or so, I've been eating healthier, making my smoothies again. You put a bunch of like greens in there, vegetables, some fruits, blend it all up into a smoothie. I've been drinking those a lot.
Do you go often to check your health?
No, just like they call it, what do they call it? Physical once a year.
Is that something that everybody should do? I'm never getting one of them.
Yeah, I mean, physical once a year. It's basic. Like they'll do blood work. They'll check vitamins and mineral count, cholesterol count, those kind of things, basic stuff. It should be, well, I was gonna say if you have insurance, it's definitely covered. And if not, they probably do a fairly cheap out-of-pocket cash, probably like $20-$30, I'm guessing, something like that.
I remember me personally when I broke my wrist when I turned 18, 1 week after I turned 18 years old. I broke my wrist, so I went to the hospital under full anesthesia, and then I woke up already, surgery already done, because it was bad bone broken, right? And that is the last time that I visited a hospital or get anything done, anything checked. I visited the hospital to visit people, but in 28 years, I have never been checked for anything. How about that? Boom.
Well, no, I mean, it's fine. Like typically, it's kind of like the whole insurance thing, right? At what age do you start to buy, life insurance? Well, if you're 20, you're probably not going to have life insurance. If you're 25, you still probably aren't. But, like late 20s, early 30s, you might start thinking about life insurance, right? Because when you're, and the same thing with, I'm just, saying like, as far as going to the hospital, same thing, all right? You're young, in your 20s, probably aren't going to go to the hospital that much. There was a period where I want to say like 10 years, I wasn't sick. Like I didn't miss one day of work or whatever. I wasn't sick at all. Because I was younger and healthier, and I exercised more. I had a better diet. Common sense stuff, right? And so yeah, I would say you don't have to if you think that you're healthy, if you live a healthy lifestyle. Now, the crazy thing is, some people live healthy lifestyles or think they're healthy. They'll go in for their checkup and then they'll find something, right? It's kind of like an insurance policy. What if they found a polyp or a cancerous tumor or something, right? By doing
that's why I'm afraid to go to check myself.
Well, I would be afraid not to go, because if you wait, if you catch something early, it's with modern medicine, it's most likely going to be, if not completely preventable, treatable to a degree. So I would say I would be more worried not to go than to go.
Good advice. Any predictions for this next year in related to this topic on the people on YouTube? Any channels? Like last year, I didn't do a prediction show. The year before I did, and the year before I missed for a few months when I say at least 2 flat earthers are going to turn to the globe to recognize names, and I say Nathan Thompson is going to end up in trouble with the law, and it happens. It came to fruition, but the 2 flat earthers coming back to the globe, I missed for a few months because Ranty. But then this past year, I didn't do any predictions, and 5, 6, 7 flat earthers died of whatever they die. Like recognized people. At least 4 of those were recognized, and 3 of those that I know that were kind of didn't know.
You have the names? I only know of 2: Rob Skiba and somebody else. GB
Jedi, Rob Skiba, Flat Earth Fucker, Antonio Subirats, Ike Diaz. He came in a few times to my channel, and there was another one I just don't remember. But yeah, Antonio Subirats, at least the most recognized, Antonio Subirats, Rob Skiba, Flat Earth Fucker. Those were the more recognized. And GB Jedi. GB Jedi was old school.
As far as we know, Brandon as well.
No. Brandon must be fine. Yeah. Nah.
Where is he?
He's working. I heard rumors that he's just focused on work and life.
Yeah. And so he's got a channel full of people that worry about him. He's got a Discord of people full of that worry about him, and he didn't have the common decency to say, "Hey, I'm okay, guys."
It's all right. That's on him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't bother
on
me.
him.
Sean. I kind of agree with Sean on this one, oddly enough. maybe the first time
Yeah.
we've ever agreed that if that's true, and I don't know, I haven't been paying it. I just literally been out of it. I only listen to Nathan's show maybe once a week now. I listen to your show once a week now. I almost never join. And I've not listened to or heard of Brandon in a long time. But if that's true, because I had the same sentiment about Brian Mullen, right? When that all happened, I had just wished Brian had come out and said, "Hey guys, listen, I'm taking a break. You know, I still think the Earth's flat, or whatever, or I think it's round, right? Whatever." Because of course, you have these globe saying, "Oh, he's now a globe earther," which isn't true because he never came out and said. And his last video was not just about flat Earth; it was promoting flat Earth even more. But anyways, I'd wish Brian Mullen came out and did the same thing. But if Brandon has been missing for, I don't know, a while now, I guess, and he hasn't said anything, then I'm like, yeah, like, you know, why not just a simple, literally, it take literally 2 minutes. You log on to Discord, you type a message, and that's it.
Exactly. I'm not wishing harm on anybody. Don't get me wrong about that. I'm just saying, have the decency to have respect for your viewers that worry about you.
I don't want any non-vaxxer to die of COVID.
No,
I just
absolutely not.
Forbidden topic and words. You mentioned two forbidden words, Painas and Shell. So
Sorry.
Don't mention those words yet.
I don't want anyone to get really, really, to assume room temperature because of a disease. I do want some of these people to get really, really sick, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot. What was I?
Sorry.
You said you hope a lot of people get really sick.
Yeah. Yeah, for a disease.
Nope, sorry. Muted. Yeah, that's the worst thing to say. Worst thing can anybody ever say. Oh yeah, server muted. The first server mute I do in this new channel.
Wow.
What? Charlie Wells? Don't you tell me that? Hold on. Charlie Wells says R.I.P. Betty White. Don't you tell me that Betty White passed away, man? Don't you tell me that? Betty White is my girlfriend.
Barry White.
Betty White.
Betty White.
Oh, she died a while ago.
No.
Yeah, Barry White died a long time.
No, really? How didn't I know that?
Barry White, the guy that
Betty.
I'm gonna love on you. No, Betty White.
B-E-T-T-Y. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, she died this year, didn't she?
She just died.
Yeah,
she just died today.
I know she was alive. Wow. I know she was alive.
Today? Oh, today. I thought.
I know that.
Wow.
Oh shit, man! Rest in peace, Betty White. And there's a documentary. A movie coming up. The 100 is being advertised. I saw a trailer and I said, like, I can't wait to see Betty White in the 100 and going to the premiere. Like, damn, rest in peace. I love Betty White. Fucking
She made it to 99.
Yeah, man.
43 minutes ago.
Who was the old Republican who just died? I forgot his name.
No.
He died like 10 years ago.
Shoot, what's his name?
That's what I'm thinking of.
He's a Democrat. I can't remember.
I'm thinking of Bob Dole, who died 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, he wasn't in. The guy you're talking about wasn't in office. He was retired.
No, he wasn't. Oh, you're talking about Harry Reid.
Harry Reid, yeah.
But it was funny because Bob Dole died 3 weeks ago, and I was like, I thought he died 10 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was still alive. With that pen, that he had that shoulder he couldn't raise, or no. I can't.
Cloris Leachman died. So in both years, you have Cloris Leachman and Betty White died. Those are like kind of two cool older actresses.
They were both on the same show. Started on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Or
right.
Betty White.
Cloris Leachman was.
I feel sad for Betty White, man. Fucking A, I don't know why.
I think it's funny. Those old shows they all stem from like the same show. I mean, they all have like you have Rhoda and Mary Tyler Moore, and Cloris Leachman's character was on it, and they all kind of spun off to their own shows. The original, can anyone name the original spin-off show, or the original show that a lot of shows spun off from? Like Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith wasn't an original show. That was a spin-off from another show. Which one was it?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Danny Thomas show. Danny Thomas used to have episodes where he would go on the road. He was a performer or something, and he wound up in some small podunk town in North Carolina called Maybury, and met a sheriff there named Andy Taylor. And because of that, the Andy Griffith Show spun off and became the Andy Griffith Show. That was the first spinoff.
I wasn't born when that show was on, so
Yeah, I was really young when it was on. I was a kid. I was about Opie Taylor's age. So yeah.
I mean, Betty White, you might as well say she was 100.
Yeah, she was 100.
Yeah.
Just
Like
the 17th.
She was
days
funny.
away, that's closer to.
Remember that movie she was in about the huge crocodile? She was feeding them and making them that big, making them huge.
She was gonna be 100 on the 17th.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Question. Why, when you're born at 0, right? And then 12 months later, you're 1, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why are you not born at
1.
9 or 10 months or whatever? You're already 9 or 10 months when you're born.
Yeah.
Well, born
It makes
is
no sense.
when you exit the womb, not conception. Doesn't start at conception. I know what you're
Right,
saying.
Right,
No.
but you're.
Yeah, let's say, Chris, right. Let's say I was born in the 8th month sharp. So that's the time that I just need 4 months to turn 1. So in 4
Exactly.
months after I was born, I'm 1.
We're all actually our age plus 9 or 8 or 9 or 10 months.
Yeah, true that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why when 20 or 12 months after you exit the womb, it's your first birthday. Your first birthday was 12 months earlier, right? So when you turn 1, that should be your second birthday.
Well, yeah, it kind of goes with my point.
Yeah.
You're not born like a
Yeah.
0. You're not.
Don't the Chinese? I know there's a year extra for Chinese. Maybe that's the way they. I don't know why, but I know if I'm 46 now, I'm 47 in Chinese, in the Chinese years or whatever. Maybe
Well,
that's why.
Asians have strange scales, like their whole fabric measuring. Like when they measure fabric, they don't measure like in yards. They measure in a weird measurement. It's because all their fabric is based on making the kimono.
Yeah. Hey, Chris.
And
go ahead. Sorry.
And like 1 unit of measurement is like an odd number of meters. But it's just weird if you get into it. I learned how to weave and spin yarn to weave with it. And in doing that, I investigated, researched other countries, the way they weave and the way they measure their fabric and stuff. And the Japanese and Chinese are just bizarre.
The wheel weaves what the wheel will.
About the birthday, Truth Nerds said it better. It is called birthday, not conception day, and it's fair. Yeah, I'm 47 years conception day old, but I'm also only 46 years old from my birthday. The birthday is the day 0 when your birth.
So whoever made that comment just now, is that from the Wheel of Time?
Yeah, that's one of
I'm
my
watching
favorite
that
books.
series. Wow. What a
they have
show.
it on TV now?
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. They're streaming it.
It was
wow, what a good show.
The Robert Jordan books I read when I was a youngster. I think it was Robert Jordan, somebody like that.
That wasn't written.
Shows.
That book wasn't written by a female.
I don't know. I don't remember the name. I thought it was Robert Jordan, but it might have been somebody else. I'm probably thinking of the Elfstones of Shannara or some shit.
Yeah, because Wheel of Time is definitely a female-oriented series.
Yeah, with the witches and the stating the obvious.
Men aren't allowed to have the power. I mean, that's the whole.
Except for one who has the greatest power, right?
Yeah.
So,
But then he can be controlled by all the women. It's Yeah.
Didn't they change the story from the books though?
I don't know. I never read the books.
Yeah, the books were.
See,
Yeah, the books. I didn't. I felt like it was. The male had. It was a good. The lead male had a great. You know what I mean? Storyline.
Yeah. The last
There
books I've
wasn't
read
any.
were the Ender series by Orson Scott
the
Card.
problem with these shows is they take a several 100-page multi-series of books and they try and condense them down, or they change the story too much. Like with The Witcher, like I started Wheel of Time, but I couldn't get into it. But The Witcher, like the first season, if you saw it, like everyone, you were probably confused, right? Because they were trying to take 6 series worth of books and condense it in one season, and it just was confusing. It didn't make any sense. And then the
I agree
second
with you.
season, the same thing. Like they've made changes, and it's like, why do that? It might be just an impossible task for anyone. But now Game of Thrones did it right. They followed the books very closely until I think the end. They changed it up, and that's when it started sucking. And it's like there's a formula to these shows. If you want to have a good show, you just simply follow the books, because the author is going to do a better job at writing than the screenwriters or whatever they're called, the script writers.
It was definitely Robert Jordan too, by the way. Yeah.
Well,
sorry to interrupt.
if you
I just
want
looked it up to make sure. I was like, I can see it in my mind's eye. Robert Jordan on the bottom of the book, on the back. So, it's Robert Jordan. Yeah.
If you want to be completely frustrated, read the Bourne novels, the Jason Bourne novels, and then watch the third one. They completely changed the entire premise and spirit of the entire book to make that third movie.
What was that one? Wrinkle in Time too. That was weird. Watching it after reading the books. I was like, what the fuck?
But Ender, they did that pretty good. Ender's Game should have been at least 3 movies long. They should have done that as a series like they did Game of Thrones. And I'd like to see him do the whole Speaker for the Dead, all the stories that came after Ender. But Orson Scott Card doesn't think that his book should be made into movies. He thinks a movie of his book should be him sitting in a theater reading his book. That's his philosophy on the whole thing.
Well, yeah, you might. Well, because there's something to the writer and the imagination.
Yeah.
That is his art form.
I know, but
he's not a cross-platform kind of guy, I guess.
Right. People want to see it done visually, and he doesn't think that has validity. So he's a great writer.
He's like, listen, I'm painting it visually in your mind, which is, in his opinion, probably back then with the way effects were and stuff.
Yeah,
just not as good. Not as good as in your mind.
Tell you his book on Tecumseh. He writes great historical fiction. Like he did a thing where Tecumseh and his brother, the one-eyed warrior, in that time period, he had Abraham Lincoln, who was just a shop owner. He hadn't become president. It's like if things twisted in history, what it would be like. And he writes good historical fiction. In his fiction, the big traitor, the first big national traitor. I can't remember. When you call someone a traitor, you call him this name. I can't remember the.
Damn it, I forget the name of this book.
But
it has an alien handprint on it.
About that guy became president and killed Washington or something. It's like he's got all these people out of time all put into the same story, and they don't have the same occupations. They don't have the same. They aren't the same people as things change.
Different timeline. Yeah, something maybe.
Yeah. So things changed, and Washington wasn't
Butterfly Effect.
Didn't become the president.
He's writing the first Butterfly Effect books.
Yeah, sort of.
All right, we need to
Anyway.
switch it because we lost like 10 people in the audience.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
We're gonna start with.
Well, it was the 10 who don't read, so that's okay.
We'll start with you. Electric University. We'll start with you. Predictions
Happy
for
birthday.
2022. Prediction for 2022. Electric University.
Okay, first prediction: flat Earth will not have a model. No, I'm just kidding. I'm I don't know what we're talking about, but predictions for 2022: more lockdowns and new virus. What do you call them? Variants for Australia. Oh, okay. Predictions.
Bad topic.
Censored. All right. Uncensored predictions. Okay. What are you allowed to talk about? without hurting
Any
people?
predictions, but not related to health or politics?
Well, then, yes, I predict I will work my ass off again this year.
Yeah, there's not much to say without those two. I hear you, man. I hear you. Let's. How about you, Gary? Gary boy, farmer's boy. Do you got any predictions for this year?
No. Considering what we can't talk about, no.
How about you, Crow XC? Any predictions? Chris Berry, predictions.
Let's see. I don't know. Fiction. 2022. All I will say is I hope things get better. I don't know if they will or not. I'm not predicting that they are. I just hope that they are. Hope that they do.
That's good. That's fair. Pay NASA. What do you think? My prediction is gonna be. How about you, Sean? Sean, predictions.
I have two predictions. My prediction for 2022 will be that I will finally finish that big novel I've been working on. And my prediction for 2023 is I will finally start that big novel that I've been wanting to start.
Good. Doofus, you got any thoughts, predictions?
No, sorry, man.
My predictions is that there's gonna be a big natural phenomena event in the Caribbean. It could be an earthquake, it could be a tsunami, it could be a big hurricane that is gonna leave destruction behind. That's my first prediction. Big supernatural in the Caribbean. That could be Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, or one of the little Bahamas islands. It's gonna rip it like Maria or a big earthquake, at least 6.5 or above. That's my big prediction. Other than that, yeah, not really.
My prediction sort of comes from a joke where this guy prays every night, please Lord, please let me win the lottery just once. And he does that every night. And then after a year, he says it, he's saying his prayers, please Lord, let me win the lottery just once. And he hears this big booming voice that says, Joe. He says, yes, is that you, Lord? Yes. What do you want, Lord? I said, well, can you do me a favor? Is anything? Can you play the lottery just once?
Muted, John, muted. Sorry, I'm done.
It's like people pray to win the lottery, but they never actually play it. You got to actually take some initiative.
All right, let's do a round of final thoughts. Now we're getting out of here. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Big thank you. A couple PayPal hits that helped me a lot. Big shout out to all of you. Big shout out to the audience for checking in and hitting the like button, hanging in there. And big thank you to all of you over here in the panel for hanging in here with me and hanging around with each other and having a little bit of fun. Let's get out of here. Chris Berry, final thoughts, man.
Final thoughts. I would wish and hope that the truth comes out for all things, whether it's the flat Earth topic or some other conspiracy or something. I know it won't. Unfortunately, in this world, it seems that bad people and bad stuff often prevails over good people and the truth. That's just extremely sad once you figure that out as an adult. But I would still hope for the truth and good to prevail over evil in all things. So that's it. Happy New Year. Peace.
Peace. Thank you very much, and best wishes to you, man. Crowexy, final thoughts. Do Gary, man, Gary.
Okay, I guess I'll make a prediction for the year 2022. Flat Earthers won't go away, obviously. The statements that they make will often be contradictory and help demonstrate the globe. For instance, Chris Berry here telling me that electromagnetism can affect the direction of light for some fucking reason. There's probably no change to the Flat Earth movement as a whole going forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hold on, final thoughts is for me will be I hope to wake up tomorrow to have yet another last thought. Very well said, man. My prediction to tomorrow that I'm gonna be alive, and then the day after and after for many years to come. Foolish decisions. You got some final thoughts and a New Year's message for everybody?
Yeah, just to everybody, have a really good New Year, and I hope it's successful for all of us, and hopefully we'll be in a better place, certainly on the positivity side. I think we should all treat each other maybe a little bit kinder than we do sometimes. But on my prediction for 2022, I think it will still be the case that no positive evidence will be brought forward for a flat Earth. All they'll do is try and knock reality.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Happy New Year to you too, man. Gary boy, final thoughts.
Thank you very much. That's been a nice little New Year's Eve hangout. Happy New Year to everybody. And there's one little thing. I don't know how I forgot this. At some point in 2022, Artemis 1 will be flying to the moon and back. Unmanned, obviously, but this is the test of the Artemis moon mission. So they're not quite sure when it's going to happen, but I think because they've assembled the rocket, it's got to happen in 2022, or they're going to have to take it all apart again. So that's something to look forward to. Other than that, let's just hope that next year goes a little bit smoother than this year did. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yep, indeed. I hope the same. Mr. Sticky Fingers, Sean Hawkins, final thoughts.
Yeah, I stopped making New Year's resolutions a long time ago. I wised up. But good show, Jose. Excellent. And let's hope we have a better 2022 than we've had.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And thank you for being a team player. I was coming in hot, trolling hard on you today. So
no
I
problem.
appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, man.
Was I ready for you?
Yeah, you did good because
Absolutely.
we didn't lose our shit to each other. So it was good, man. It was fun.
All right. Oh, and I'm still waiting on any flat earther to come on my new debate show and debate the topic. I've found none.
2022, that's the prediction. Your channel start getting track, man. Hopefully.
Yep. Hopefully.
All right, man. Stay safe out there, man. Hey, NASA, bro. Final thoughts. And Big Blue wrapping up the 2021, the last thoughts. Big Blue.
Hello, Jose. I just sorry I'm late. I just wanted to join in and wish everyone a happy New Year. Remember, this is an amateur night. Be safe. Take an Uber, designated driver, whatever. Just be careful out there. So I'll see you guys next year.
thank you very much, Blue. Best wishes and the best health for you too, man. This year is gonna be good for everybody. Appreciate you coming in. And everybody in YouTube, please stay safe. Spend time with your family and loved ones, with your close ones, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Jose, JG, out. Boom.
That used to freak me out when somebody would say